Deep in the world's most remote jungles, a vast green world breathes. Here, life exists in countless spectacular forms, many of which remain completely unknown to us. The canopy is so thick that sunlight struggles to reach the forest floor, creating a world of deep shadows and perpetual twilight. This is a place of secrets, heavy with the scent of damp earth and blooming flowers. It is also a place of strange sounds, a constant chorus of insects, birds, and unseen creatures. In these ancient forests, local people tell stories. They speak of things that move in the darkest parts of the jungle, things that should not exist, whispers of giant creatures, unlike any known animal. These stories are not born from nothing. They begin with a sudden, unsettling quiet, a moment when even the small ones hold their breath. The first tangible piece of evidence is often what an unknown animal leaves behind. In these dense, isolated jungles, the forest floor is a diary of movements. Hunters and trackers find markings that leave even them puzzled. Footprints that tell a contradictory story. The shape hints at a large feline, but the sheer size is wrong. The prints sink far deeper than any known cat. Imagine a single footprint as long as a grown man's hand. Wider still. Long, sharp claws, not retracted like a cat's, more like a bear or a giant bird of prey. But the pad is broad and fleshy, like a great ape. Claws of a predator, a heavy flat-footed stride, a biological puzzle. Nearby, plants are ripped out with immense force. The gait is strange and unfamiliar, clues that blur myth and a possible biological discovery. Creatures the locals call jungle hybrids. As dusk falls over the jungle, the air cools, and people gather in small, isolated settlements. Time for sharing food, for community, for telling stories by the fire. By the warm, flickering light, the most vivid accounts are shared. Not distant legends, personal testimonies, told by respected elders and seasoned hunters. Common description: the body of a great cat with the head of a great bird, an eagle or a vulture. Great feathered wings folded against a furred back. Details in hushed tones, as if loud speech might summon it. Another tale speaks of reptilian hide and powerful legs, horns like a bull, a guttural hiss you feel in your chest. Missing goats, calves, even young buffalo, dragged to water, but tracks unlike any crocodile. Stories alone are not enough. The search demands physical proof. A strange feather longer than a forearm, rigid as if bone ran its length. A peculiar clump of hair, striped like a cat, yet oddly downy beneath. Even a hasty, blurred image that defies easy explanation. Small fragments bridging legend and inquiry. A young woman, startled by a crash in the brush, finds an enormous feather on a thorn. Its structure is unusual. Barbs coarse, quill thick and heavy. Rangers find long, wiry hairs with a musky odor, carefully bagged for study. When reports multiply, the world of science takes notice. Teams of biologists, zoologists, and ecologists plan careful expeditions. The approach is slow, patient, methodical, verifiable data first. Their tools: camera traps, DNA sequencers, and detailed journals. Scientists listen for practical details: times, places, water sources. Collaboration with the community is crucial. Dozens of cameras watch trails, riverbanks, and reported sites. Then begins the long, patient wait. Meanwhile, they sample soil, water, plants, and search for scat. Scat reveals diet, hair, feathers, even skin cells can yield DNA. Every sample is a potential key to the jungle's greatest secret. After months, the day comes to retrieve the cameras. Thousands of images, most are familiar wildlife. Monkeys, shy deer, even leopards. Many more are just wind and leaves. But the team seeks the one image that is different. A pair of eyes, an oddly proportioned shadow in the dark. A long, powerful tail, covered in coarse fur, or primitive feathers. Then, a clear foot, 4 long clawed toes, and a leg cloaked in dark feathers. A stunning fragment that echoes the villagers' tales. In rare footage, a sleek, powerful body, a narrow snout, a feathered crest. It moves with a strange, almost reptilian gait. Short, but enough to prove something extraordinary is there. A photo proves existence. DNA tells us what it is. Sequencing reads the code of life. Striped hair shows a partial match to panthera, tigers and leopards, but other regions align faintly with large, flightless birds. Tests repeated, results persist. The giant feather is avian, yet not in any database, and it carries markers tied to reptilian keratin. A genetic mosaic. Faced with perplexing evidence, how do we make sense of it? First, misidentification. The jungle deceives, especially in rain and darkness. A huge eagle wrestling a sloth might look like feathers and fur on one beast. An anteater's long snout, massive claws, and cloak-like tail can mislead the eye. Some sightings may be rare, unusually large individuals of known species. Evolution produces surprising forms. New species can combine unexpected traits. A mammal with quill-like filaments, or a large bird with cat-like hunting. Plausible. True hybrids across mammals, birds, and reptiles are, by known science, impossible. Perhaps these are not hybrids at all, but a new lineage via convergent evolution, or living relics of a distant past when lines were less defined. For now, the code deepens the mystery rather than solves it. So, where does this journey leave us? We stand at the edge of our knowledge, peering into deep green shadows and into our own uncertainty. We have rich stories, giant tracks, strange feathers, tufts of hair, and fleeting images. We have perplexing DNA, hints at animals breaking known rules. Our planet's remote jungles still hold profound secrets. New species are found every year, tiny and large. Evidence suggests at least one, perhaps several, unclassified species. Responsible for the tracks, the sounds, the sightings. True hybrids, or new species with strange combinations. This search is also a reminder: conservation matters. With every hectare lost, we risk known animals and the unknown. Protecting wilderness preserves its mysteries for future generations. The journey must continue, respecting science and traditional knowledge, more expeditions, better technology, deeper collaboration. Until then, the jungle holds its secrets, asking us to listen, to look closely, and to keep an open mind.